Let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about scam. I know you
What
got
up,
a lot
man? That's his name, Dorman Scam.
to
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. I hate to
Yeah.
tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys got to stop thinking of mediocre. The dude, now you already got on one channel, they say the players are trash on his one channel. He's talking about you right now, the locker room. He said all the players are trash.
Got these poppers going crazy. Nigga, I'm the man.
There's literally channels dedicated to low basketball IQ that just like to shred guys like Austin Reaves. I never knew. So somebody pointed me in that direction. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of it, bro. I lost brain cells just being there. There's some real LeBron Glazers that just like to hate on everybody not named LeBron, and they're looking really silly right now because they like to talk trash about me for giving Austin Reaves an obvious dude props. Another 30 piece. What you got to say now, clown? So it's like they always got something to say, man. Get these clowns off of my TV screen. Listen, I will never go back on that channel, not even for 5 seconds.
Tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Ticket TV, he calls LeBron James fans jockstrap sniffers. So this is for you guys. If you're watching, shout out to all the LeBron James jockstrap sniffers. This is for you.
Of all of the people that we talk about, LeBron fans are the only ones that even message me and contact me on Instagram. One recently sent me a death threat, talking like you can't come to LA. LeBron fans! I have zero confidence in the Clippers, and I'm getting this close to stop rooting for Kawhi Leonard altogether. I'm getting close to just rooting for Nikola Jokic and calling it a day. I'm tired of these dudes. They're not a serious team.
They should be embarrassed. It's a joke. Lakers fans, they should be embarrassed about that. They say they are like one of the greatest franchises of the NBA. They should be embarrassed. You think Boston Celtics, the Thunder, the Bucks gonna let someone like Austin run the offense?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are back, man. We are back. And obviously I want to continue the conversation from last night. The Lakers right now, folks, they look like absolute garbage. Now, obviously, the team is dealing with injuries. Luka faked an injury after that Clipper game on Saturday. Aston, he's been out faking an injury over the last couple of weeks. So, Rui's been out. DeAndre Ayton's missed time. So the Lakers have been dealing with injuries, folks, but the reality of the situation is this, folks. The team is garbage. The team has been garbage. And, the Lakers had an easy schedule to start the year, playing teams like, the Jazz 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times at this point. Right? I can't tell you how many times we done played the Jazz already this season. We done played the Jazz 12 times. We done played the Pelicans 12 times. We played the Mavericks without AD. Like, we just been playing a bunch of garbage teams, man. We played the Hawks, the Hornets, right? We've been playing a lot of garbage competition. We've been playing teams that haven't been having their full roster. And the Lakers were able to get some wins early in the season. But folks, the NBA is cracking down on the foul baiting. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. Victor Wembanyama, he came out not too long ago and, he basically said, listen, I'm glad to be a part of a team that, just plays ethical basketball. Right? These are the conversations that are going on, folks, on the internet these days, right? Fans are tired. I just saw somebody on Twitter today. They were like, imagine paying hundreds of dollars to go to an NBA game and you're watching dudes shoot 30 free throws a night. And I thought about it. I'm like, that's actually a very good point, right? Like, people don't pay to see Luka and Aston Reaves at the free throw line 30 times a night. Like, that's not what people pay for. That's not what people want to see. Now, this was a problem at the beginning of the year. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. As of late, I will say, I feel like the NBA has cracked down on the free throws. They really have. We saw it in the last game. Aston did not get 15 free throws. And we saw it on Saturday with Hookah Dookie, excuse me. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. We saw it Saturday with Luka Dookie. With Luka Donkey.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Folks, this free throw situation, it's so bad that now that Austin and Luka aren't getting free throws, they want to quit now. I'm going to say that again because I don't think you guys understand me. The NBA is cracking down on free throws. Now that Luka and Aston are not getting calls anymore, they want to quit. They want to quit. So that's what we're here to discuss, folks. It's going to get nasty when I get into some of these numbers. Once again, Dreamers Pro, Skip Attack, these other clowns, they just want to talk about LeBron all day, right? They're lazy content creators. They're lazy. Give me 1 second.
It's my turn! You told me it was my turn!
Okay, shout out to all my peoples in the chat, man. Shout out to Top Fly High. Y'all do me a favor, folks, and drop a like on the video. We got Top Fly High. We got Mr. Player Made. You said the NBA gonna let them start foul baiting again soon as Luka's back. Mr. Player Made, come on, man. I hope not. I'm starting to see a change, bro. Real talk. They're not giving these dudes the same calls anymore. Fans are noticing it. Like, you guys think it's just me. No, there are like people on Twitter. This is a conversation now on social media. People are noticing this. And the NBA is doing something about it. Because even the NBA, I think the referees realize, like, wow, these dudes are really just trying to manipulate the game. They're not really trying to even play basketball anymore. So I think they're cracking down on it. Shout out to Anubis. We got a couple clowns in here. We got Karis87. What's going on, man? We got King J. What's going on, man? We got Russell Rudolph. He said the Lakers look average. We got Eric. What's going on, man? Anubis said the nerds and the rejects are ruining basketball. We got Rich. What up, man? Shout out to Powerful Dude. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Goat23 King. What's going on, man? Folks, do me a favor and let's drop a like on the video. Let's get these likes up, folks. So, once again, I a lot of the time, right? I told you guys, I don't pay for any streaming service, right? I don't pay for any streaming service. I put out a video, a couple months ago at this point, and I told you guys that, Adam Silver can kiss my black ass. I'm not paying for nothing as it pertains to the NBA. I specifically said I'm not paying for Peacock. You can peacock this cock. That's exactly what I said, right? You can peacock this cock. I'm not paying for Peacock. I'm not paying for Amazon Prime or whatever it is. I don't even know. I'm not paying for nothing. I'm not spending 1 red cent on any NBA packages. I'm not doing it. So what I do is I obviously illegally watch the games. Okay? I use a streaming service. I use Strikeout and I use my TV app. Those are my 2 favorite ones right now, currently. So on strikeout, they'll have like 3 to 4 different, streams. So a lot of the time, what I like to do when I watch Laker games is I like to listen to the other team's announcers, right? I want to hear what they have to say. I want to hear their opinion on the game. So one of the things that I've noticed listening to other teams' announcers is that pretty much they've said like the scouting report on stopping Luka and Reaves and the Lakers essentially is to just keep them off the free throw line. They said like the Lakers are basically pretty much unbeatable when Luka gets more than 10 free throws, pretty much, right? Like they have a really good record when Luka and Reaves average like, 9, 10 free throws a game. So the scouting report is to keep them off the free throw line and to make them play basketball, right? That's the scouting report for the Lakers. Now, we saw this, folks, on Saturday with Luka Dookie. We saw this on Saturday with Luka Dookie. Now, what happened on Saturday, folks? Well, we played the Los Angeles Clippers, and Chris Dunn, who I believe was waiting to see Luka Doncic again, Chris Dunn immediately gets on Luka's ass during the game. Immediately, right? So, in that first quarter, we all know Luka likes to score his points. He likes to go off, right? But Chris Dunn, ladies and gentlemen, he was playing pretty solid defense on Luka Dookie. And Luka Dookie, he was not able to really get going in that first quarter. He wasn't really able to get going, folks. Let me actually pull up the box score that for that Clippers game. So let me show you guys actually. So this is the Clippers game, right? As you all know, we got blown off the floor by the Flippers by a score of 103-88. This was on Saturday, right? So Luka Dookie, folks, remember, he exited the game at halftime, and he finished the game with 12 points, and he was a disgusting 4 of 13 from the field, and an even more disgusting 1 of 6 from the three-point line. Now let's actually go to the play-by-play so we can see exactly what he did in that first quarter. Now remember, this is where he usually likes to score. So the game starts. Luka misses 15-foot step back jump shot. So let's see if we can find out what Luka did in that first quarter. LeBron misses, Jake LaRavia misses, LeBron miss. Let's see if we can find any scoring from Luka. Because I remember, LeBron opened that game up with like a 7-0 run. I remember that. So LeBron with a dunk. LeBron had 2 dunks in that first quarter, I remember. And he had a 3. Luka out of bounds turnover. Luka Doncic technical foul. I'm pretty sure he got a tech for crying about not getting a foul call. Luka misses 15-foot fadeaway. So we're already halfway through the first quarter. He hasn't scored yet, folks. 4 minutes to go. He still hasn't scored. Jake LaRavia. Look, here we go again. Luka misses 23-foot jump shot. Luka lost ball turnover. Just absolutely horrendous first quarter from Luka Doncic, folks. Look at this. Luka Doncic misses 25-foot three-point step-back jump shot. I mean, just think about how dumb that even sounds. The dude is out here taking a 25-foot three-point step-back jump shot. What are you doing? This is just horrible basketball, by the way. I mean, that just sounds insane. Right? So we got 3 minutes to go. Luka still hasn't scored. Luka misses 1 free throw. Okay, so he finally makes 1 free throw at the 3-minute mark. Okay, Luka makes a 7-foot driving floating jump shot. So he's got 1 basket in that first quarter. Luka misses a 24-foot three-point step back jump shot. Insane. Vando made a free throw. So Luka makes a floating jump shot with 49 seconds to go. So he's got 2 field goals, folks, in that first quarter. right? So Luka had 2 field goals in that first quarter. So he had 2 field goals in the first quarter, and probably in the second, because I think he went into halftime with 4 field goals. He probably made another 2, right? So that would explain the 4 for 13. Okay? So once again, Chris Dunn, I thought, was playing really good defense on Luka. The referees were not giving him the foul calls that he usually gets. And he struggled, folks. We got Nahar in the chat. He said he shot 2 of 10 in the first quarter. Right? So, folks, once again, when Luka Doncic is not getting to the free throw line, when he can't pad his numbers, and when you force him to play basketball, you guys clearly see he's not that good. He's just not that good. So then, obviously he wanted to quit. Right? When things aren't going your way, he's like a big baby, folks. He wanted to quit, so he faked this injury. This was the injury that supposedly knocked him out of the game on Saturday, and then we didn't see him anymore. Right? He quit. Now, the same thing, folks, has been happening with Aston. And that's who we kind of want to focus on this particular show. The same thing has been happening to Aston Reaves. Now, you guys see the thumbnail, folks. You guys see the title of the show. Okay? You guys see the graphic. Aston is averaging, over his last 3 games, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now, once again, this is the same guy that turned down $90 million over the summer. Because obviously he wanted more money than $90 million. He thinks he's worth more than that. Which is absolutely, utterly insane. Let's get into Austin's numbers over his last few games, folks. Now, last night he came off the bench, and they're trying to spin it as, oh, we're gonna bring him off the bench because he's coming off of a calf injury. Folks, that's insane. Let's just talk about that for a second. That's a lie. Like, let's be for real. When LeBron James was coming back from sciatica, did they bring LeBron James off the bench? No. When Luka misses games, do they ever say, yeah, we're going to bring Luka off the bench? We're going to bring Luka off the bench, to kind of ease him back in. Has that happened so far this season? No. So Austin misses a few games, and the injury, the supposed injury, is so bad that we're trying to ease him back in by bringing him off the bench. Folks, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. He got benched, which is what we've been calling for forever now, and it finally happened. I would honestly, at this point, be stunned if JJ Redick put him back into the starting lineup, but I really wouldn't be that stunned because JJ Redick is just a complete clown cosplaying as an NBA coach. We got Jay Dixon. You said wasn't nothing wrong with Reaves' bum ass. Exactly. Nothing was wrong with him. All these dudes do is just lie. They lied about his injury. They lied about the benching. That's what they have to do with Austin. It's like when D'Lo got benched, nobody felt bad for him. It was like, yo, you got benched, dude. Like, that was it. That's the reality of the situation. When Russ got benched, we didn't try to make Russ feel good about it. We just had to bench him. It was what it was. But with Aston, it's like, you know what? Let's have you do a fake injury, and then we're gonna say that we're gonna bring you off the bench because of your fake injury. That's just nasty. This whole thing is just crazy. Am I the only one that's just like, yo, this is insane? This is insane to me. I was listening to Trevor Lane. Trevor Lane was like, yeah, Reaves came off the bench because of his injury. I'm like, dude, if he was that injured to the point where he couldn't be a starter anymore, why would he rush back after 3 games? Wouldn't it make more sense just to not play him until he's fully ready to go? Why are we bringing him off the bench to ease him back in? That don't even make sense. It's just crazy, bro. The Lakers are just crazy to me, man. It's just a crazy clown organization. We got CPA Joe with the $2 super chat.
I fought with your boy. Fought with your boy.
LeBron fans.
Shout out to CPA Joe. You said Aston is cooked. The campaign is working. Exactly. You said, do you think AR watches your streams? Well, that's what they said. That's what MJ said. Now, me personally, if I was him, I wouldn't watch it, because all it's going to do is just affect your confidence on the floor. But I do think he's aware of who I am, obviously. I mean, nobody else is making any videos on him except Lakers Nation and Jovan Buha. So yeah, he knows who we are, obviously. We got Motivated Blur. He says, LOL, Reaves thinks he should get... He said, LOL, Reaves really thinks he should even get $90 million in the first place. Exactly. You said, I seen a clown say Rich Paul's comments got to the team. That's why they playing bad. Yo, tell me why I got on Twitter, and I did see Danny Boy on Twitter. I did see him say that. Let me show you guys that tweet.
Let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about Scam. I know
What
you got
up, man? That's his name, Dorman Scam. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. I hate to tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys got to stop thinking of mediocre. The dude, now you already got on one channel, they say the players are trash on his one channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about you right now, the locker room. He said all the players are trash.
There's literally channels dedicated to low basketball IQ that just like to shred guys like Austin Reaves. I never knew, so somebody pointed me in that direction. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of it, bro. I lost brain cells just being there. There's some real Bron Glazers that just like to hate on everybody not named LeBron.
Got these poppers going
they're looking
crazy.
really silly right now because, you know, they like to talk trash about me for giving Austin Reaves his obvious due props. Another 30 piece. What you got to say now, clown? You know, so it's like they always got something to say, man. Get these clowns off of my TV screen. I will never go back in that channel. Not even for 5 seconds.
Shut your bitch ass up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Danny Boy said on his Twitter account. He says, ever since Rich Paul flapped his gums, the Lakers haven't been playing like a unit. You notice how he won't say Austin Reaves hasn't been playing well. This is what they do, folks. This is what they do. When Reaves has a good game, he'll put Reaves in his thumbnail. They'll say Reaves is the best third option in the NBA. He's the best second option. He's worth $200 million. He needs a new contract. He's this and that. And then when Reaves starts playing like absolute dog shit trash, these dudes get quiet. And they don't want to speak on Reaves. Have y'all noticed that? I'm the only one speaking out on Reaves right now. Everybody else want to talk about LeBron. LeBron is 40, about to be 41. He's already accomplished everything in this sport. Y'all said that these frauds were the future. Why aren't we talking about them? No, they want to talk about LeBron James. You said, did you see AR's face sitting on the bench when the game started? Yeah, him and Bronny were trying to... Yeah, him and Bronny were trying to decide where they were going to sit. I saw that. I definitely did see that.
He averaged 4 points a game at USC, shot 36%. He doesn't have an NBA body, so you can't defend Bronny. So your little pussy ass hides behind race, and you call me racist because you can't make an argument based on the merits because you're a fucking clown.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Now, let's get into these stats, folks, over the last few games, folks. Because Austin Reaves has completely went missing. He's turned into... See, look at this clown chat. He comes over here talking about play... Chat, I see this dude in Laker Nation comments. He one of these Laker Nation motherfuckers.
Hey, I fuck with you, boy.
Chat, we got one of these. We got one of these Laker Nation motherfuckers over here. Now, once again, I told y'all this is how they talk basketball.
LeBron fans.
Go have me on a late night mission, pulling up.
Folks, you can't make this stuff up, bro. This is hilarious, bro. I'm glad you came over here, bro. I'm glad. Because I want people to see this stuff. I really do. So, folks, we're over here cooking Reaves, right? Shout out to Keep It 100. Keep It 100. This stuff is insane, bro. It's insane. Folks, y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. Right? Exactly, Rui. He's an Aston fanboy. So, folks, we're over here giving Aston that work, right? Now, this nerd by the name of Timothy, I don't even know if this is a real account, but let's just say this is a real person. So this nerd Timothy comes over here, right? Once again, this is how nerds analyze basketball. You guys have to pay attention here. So we're talking about Austin Reaves. He comes over here. Look at this comment. He says, 2025 net plus minus for the Lakers big three. Aston plus 81. Luka plus 52. LeBron James minus 8. One of these three is no longer playing defense. Can you guess who? Once again, the plus minus stuff, folks, it's the most goofiest stat that these nerds like to use when it fits their argument, right? So once again, the reason why I don't like even mention stats like this is because it lacks context, right? It lacks context. So I'll give you guys a perfect example. Austin Reaves on the season, folks. Let me show you guys this. Austin Reaves on the season. Let's go to his stats on the season. Give me 1 second. Y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. Let me show you guys this. This is why I don't pay attention to this net rating nonsense. It's completely misleading. So let's just pull up Austin Reaves' stats on the season so far. Right? So this is what Austin is averaging on the season. 27, 5, and 7. Right? These are Austin's numbers. Now, let me show you guys Austin's numbers versus the teams that are currently in front of us right now in the standings. So let me show you guys the standings real quick. So right now, the Lakers are currently the 4th seed, and there are currently 3 teams that are better than us. OKC, San Antonio, and Denver, right? Now, we haven't played Denver, so we'll just throw Denver out. Now, let me show you guys Austin's stats versus San Antonio and Denver. Give me 1 second. Yeah, let me show you guys Austin's stats versus the Spurs and the Thunder this season. So once again, on the season, he's averaging 27, whatever, right? These are his stats versus the teams that are actually better than us. these are the stats that actually matter to me. Right? I don't care about what Austin's stats are against the Charlotte Hornets and the Pelicans and the Jazz and the Hawks. I don't care about that. We're not going to play them in the playoffs. It doesn't matter. What matters to me are his stats against the teams that are better than us and the teams that we're actually going to have to play when we get to the postseason. So once again, this is why the stats can be misleading when you don't know what you're looking at. A casual is going to say, oh, he's averaging 28. He's playing good this season. But then they're not going to mention this. They're not going to mention these stats that I'm showing you. So in 2 games this year versus San Antonio and OKC, he's averaging 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now let's look at what he's shooting from the field. From the field, he's shooting a disgusting 36%. And then from the three-point line, he's shooting an even worse 18% from the three-point line. So this is why when dudes like to come over here, they like to throw out net rating and plus minus, it's completely misleading. It's completely misleading. They don't add any context, right? They're not going to say, well, the reason his scoring is up this season is because LeBron was out the first month of the season. They're not going to say that. They're not going to say, oh, well, the Lakers were getting, more free throws than any team in the league. They're not going to say Luka and Reaves are top 3, top 4 in free throw attempts per game. They're not going to say the Lakers had an easy schedule, right? They're going to leave out all of the context. But because the reason why they're going to leave it out is because it doesn't fit whatever narrative that they're trying to push. So for you to come over here and say, oh, he's got this of a plus minus, that's a completely misleading stat. Most of you guys have no idea what this stat even means. It doesn't, to me, that's why I don't even mention that stat, because it's a pointless stat. It's pointless. That stat is taking into consideration him playing well against bad teams. We've already told you, clowns, Austin plays well against bad teams, and he plays bad against good teams. So, of course, his plus minus is going to be inflated or whatever the case is, because that stat in and of itself lacks context. Duh. So I just had to show you guys that, because this is how these nerds dissect the sport. This is how they dissect the sport. They don't know basketball. I mean, look at this dude. Does he even look like does he look like he's ever picked up a basketball in his life? I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. If we play 21 right now, and I ain't picked up a basketball in at least a couple years, if we play 21 right now, you're not gonna score on me. Respectfully, I'm 21. I'm gonna 21. Matter of fact, no. 21 is too much. Let's just say we play to 11. I'm gonna skunk you. You're not gonna even score on me. So why would I even take you seriously in a basketball conversation? You don't even look like you've picked up a basketball in your life. You look like a nerd, respectfully. You look like a geek. So let me show you guys what Austin is doing over his last 3 games. Okay? Back to Aston. This is what Aston is doing over his last 3 games, folks. 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's playing like an absolute bum right now, compared to what he was playing earlier in the season. He's playing like a fraud, which is what he is. And I've been trying to tell you guys this for 3 years now. The dude is a fraudulent bum. All right? Now let's get into some of these numbers. Over the last 3 games, and once again, I mean, these aren't like juggernaut teams. San Antonio's playing well this season, but we've played Philadelphia. He's played Philadelphia, This is Aston over his last 3 games. He's played Philadelphia, the Phoenix Suns, and then he played the Spurs. None of these teams have won a championship, right? So we're just playing like, standard NBA competition. So over his last 3 games, folks, look at this, folks. He is averaging, he's shooting 35% from the field over his last 3 games. 35%.
They should be embarrassed. It's a joke. Lakers fans, they should be embarrassed about that. They say they are like one of the greatest franchises of the NBA. They should be embarrassed. You think Boston Celtics, Denver, the Thunder, the Bucks gonna let someone like Austin run the offense?
Shout out to G4 in the chat. He says, how many free throws? That's a good point. So he's shooting 35% from the field over the last 3 games that he's played. Austin Reaves is 35% from the field. As you guys can see, where it says average 35% from the field. Now, G4 says how many free throws? So, folks, as you guys can see, once again, the NBA is cracking down, like I said. Now, let's look at, because over his last 3 games, he's getting 3.7 free throw attempts per game. So let's just round that up to 4. Now, let's see how many free throws he's getting on the season. I think he's at, 9? He's at 9 on the season. Let's go to on the season. Yeah, he's getting 9 free throws on the season. This is Ashton. You see where it says FTA? That's free throw attempts. So far this season, he's averaging 9. I told you guys, they're cracking down on the free throws. They're cracking down. You guys see, when he doesn't get the free throws, he's a bum. He's a complete bum. Q100 said that's interesting. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. When he's not getting free throws, he shoots 35% from the field, 29% from 3. That's Russell Westbrook. That's last night he was 1 for 5, folks, from 3. The game before that, he was 2 for 6. The game before that, he was 2 for 6. Now, if this was Russell Westbrook, what would we be saying? What would we be calling him? What would we be saying if this was Russell Westbrook? Come on, chat. Keep it a buck with me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it a buck with me, folks. Matter of fact, let me look up what Russ shot as a Laker. Give me 1 second. Let's see what Russ shot from 3 as a Laker. Russell Westbrook Lakers stats. Let's look at what Russ shot as a Laker from 3. Oh, okay. So these are Russ's stats as a Laker. Russ averaged 17, 7, and 7 for the Lakers. And then when you look at what he shot from 3, Russ shot 29%, folks. As you guys can see. Russ shot 29% from 3. As a Laker. In his Laker career. 29%. Reaves over his last 3 games. He's actually shooting worse than Russ did over his last 3 games. He's at 29.4. Russ was at 29.7. So Russ was at really 30%. Reaves is at 29%. That's crazy. Did the Lakers offer Russ $200 million? When Russ's contract was up, did the Lakers say, "Hey, come back to the team, bro. We'll throw you $200 million"? No, they traded him. They traded him. Wow, that's crazy work, bro. Over his last 3 games, for Tim, since you like the plus minus stat, Austin over his last 3 games, Tim, since you like plus minus so much, let's talk about it. Austin over his last 3 games is a -7. Last night he was a -17. True shooting percentage, 45%. He's playing like an absolute bum. So I just find it funny, folks, when the NBA cracks down on free throws, which they are doing right now, and once again, nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. I wonder why that is. I wonder why nobody in the mayonnaise media has mentioned that. When is Trevor Lane? When is Jovan Buha? When are they going to mention that the NBA is cracking down on these free throws? Fans are calling it out, folks. At the Clipper game on Saturday, they were yelling out, "Flopper, flopper, flopper, flopper." Fans are calling it out. Why do you think Luka quit? Why do you think Luka quit on Saturday? They exposed them. They exposed his whole strategy and his whole game plan. Why do you think he quit the game? Shout out to Mike 298. Appreciate you, man. I mean, we have to at this point, Mike 298, because if we don't, we know nobody else will. You know, they're going to continue to keep lying for these frauds. So once again, folks, when Luka and Reaves aren't getting free throws, when they're not getting foul calls, they quit. This was the scene on Saturday. Clipper fans came with Ozempic signs.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Why do you guys think Luka quit, folks? They came with Jenny Craig signs, folks. Jenny Craig, Ozempic, and Weight Watcher signs, as you guys can see on the right of your screen. Why do you guys think Luka quit? Flopper, 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 flopper. See, this is what Laker Nation and Jovan Buha, Trevor Lane, this is what the mayonnaise media, Jason Tempf, see, they don't want to talk about this angle of it. They don't want to talk about this angle. You guys notice that? They don't want to talk about this part. I don't know if you guys caught that Mavericks game last night. The Mavericks are coming. They just knocked off the Nuggets last night. Cooper Flag is coming. The Mavericks right now are balling out. That's gonna be my new team. I'm just gonna rock out with the Lakers until my GOAT decide he gonna leave or whatever he gonna do. I'm gonna just rock out with the Lakers until then. But the Mavericks, yeah, that's gonna be my new team. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's gonna be my team. They are looking like a legitimate team at this. I see it. I see the vision. Nico was right. It's coming together. And once Kyrie comes back, the Mavericks are gonna be scary. Shout out to LA Ballin'. What's going on, man? So once again, the mayonnaise media, they don't want to tell the truth about this entire situation. The Lakers lost this trade. You traded away a two-way player for a one-way player. You guys sent our best two-way player to Dallas, so you made Dallas better. That's what we did in this trade, folks. We made Dallas better while making ourselves worse. We made Dallas better while making ourselves worse. What's going on, man? Dallas Mavericks Nation. You're a funny dude, man. You be changing your team every other week, dude. You're funny. You're a funny dude. I think we've spoken before. Isn't your name like Nelson or something like that? I remember you, dude. Okay, shout out to Peso been paid, man. He says Cooper Flag is the best two-way out right now. Cooper Flag, bro. Cooper Flag is gonna be him. Cooper Flag is like, he's the next great white hope for real. Like, they've been, listen to all my whites. We know you guys have been desperately searching for a great white hope, an American great white hope since Larry Bird. Because since Larry Bird, all you guys have had is Dirk Nowitzki, Nikola Jokic, and Luka, and they're all European. Cooper Flag is the first great white hope that's actually from the United States. He's from Maine, by the way, which is crazy. But nah, Cooper Flag is really like that, bro. I saw him play last night, and I was thoroughly impressed with Cooper Flag. His development is coming along nicely. I like the fact Jason Kidd is just throwing him out there and just letting him figure it out. And he's growing up. He's getting better by the day. He's already a better defender than Luka. Pretty soon, they're not even going to remember Luka in Dallas. Pretty soon, Cooper Flag's gonna erase all the memories Maverick fans had of Luka. You guys notice they're not chanting "Fire Nico" anymore. They're not upset anymore because they realize, like, oh shit, we actually kind of have a good team. You notice they're real quiet now. The Mavericks fans, they're quiet now. At the beginning of the season, it was "Fire Nico." Now they're real quiet. So, like I said, Lakers Nation, Trevor Lane, Jovan Buha, Jason Timpf, right? All you dudes. It's time for you guys to just start telling the truth, dude. Okay? The Lakers screwed up by trading for Luka Doncic. They should have never done the trade. They should have never done the trade. You gave away Anthony Davis and Max Christie. So now the Mavericks have Cooper Flag, Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, Max Christie, Nimhard. What's the other nigga's name? Brandon Williams or whatever the little nigga's name is. Folks, the Mavericks are loaded. They are loaded. I forgot about PJ Washington. They got Frank Vogel on their staff. They still got Jason Kidd over there. They got Phil Handy over there. The Mavericks are loaded, man. So congratulations, Laker Nation. You just handed the Dallas Mavericks a championship. Once again, Nico Harrison is a genius. Exactly. Najee Marshall. Forgot about Najee Marshall. His goofy ass. Folks, Nico Harrison is the best general manager in the game. And the fact that they fired him for this fraud, for this Ozempic fraud, I think that's honestly a crime. Because they didn't fire Sam Presti, but y'all gonna fire the black man. I just think that that's a crime to me. I don't like that at all. Let the man cook, man. It's his goddamn team. He's the GM. Let the man cook. Let him cook. No, they fired him prematurely. But, folks, he's a genius, man. He saw this before everybody. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even notice Luka was this bad. Nico was the first one that saw it. He was the first one, bro. He deserves all the credit for this. The only thing that I'm mad about is that he traded him to my team. That's it. That's the only thing I'm upset with Nico about, is that he traded Luka to my team and now my team is worse. So that's the only reason why I'm mad at a little bit mad at Nico, excuse me, is because he made my team worse with this whole trade. But in terms of the Mavericks, man, the Mavericks' future is bright, man. Really, everybody in Texas has a bright future. The Mavericks have a bright future. The Spurs have a bright future. And the Rockets, they have a pretty bright future as well. I would say their future is the least brightest of every team in Texas, but they'll be solid. But I like what the Spurs and what the Mavericks have done, folks. The phone lines are open, man. The phone lines are open, folks. Let's talk about it, man. Aston Reaves, folks, he's done. He's done, man. He turned down $90 million thinking that he was worth more. He shot himself in the foot, folks. He cheddar bobbed himself. It is what it is.
I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps. I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps.
We got Mr. Player Made. He said those Texas teams draft well. He said, if I'm the GM, I will fire Rob and hire Nico for real. Well, I think you mean if you're the owner. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you're the owner, you got to fire the GM. I mean, but I think Rob Pelinka's days are numbered, though. Everybody sees this. Like, you know, people are listening to what we're saying, bro. You know, people are listening. Rob Pelinka, I'd give Rob Pelinka to the end of this year. He'll be out of there. He's done. And JJ, he's going to be on a short leash too. Because you guys got to realize this. When a new owner comes in, they want to come in with their own people, right? They don't want to buy a team and have to like work with the people from the old regime. So right now, Rob is the old regime. JJ is the old regime. Right? They already fired the Bus brothers. So yeah, they're going to fire everybody pretty soon. Everybody's going to get fired. Everybody. That's why Rob Pelinka gave himself an extension. You know, he gave JJ an extension. This is why they did that. Who gives a coach? JJ signed a 4-year deal, right? Who gives a coach an extension after 1 year into his contract? Who does that? He gave JJ Redick an extension after his first year. Now let me ask you guys a question. Why didn't they do that for Darvin Ham when Darvin Ham got to the conference finals in his first year? Why didn't they do that for Darvin Ham? Right. But I'm not allowed to speak on it though, right, folks? But if you call it out, you're the racist one, right? Really? You're the racist one if you call it out? Okay. All right, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Reggie? Long time no see, brother.
Who is this?
Nelson.
Oh.
How you doing?
What up, man? So did you
much,
did you finally settle on your team?
Yeah, I did. I followed the Dallas Mavericks, bro.
Okay, because at first you were what, a Pelicans fan, and then you were gonna be a Nuggets fan.
Yeah, nah, fuck them. I go for Dallas Mavericks, brother.
Okay, so you settled on Dallas. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's why I want you to join
after
us.
watching last night's game, I can't really hate on you, man.
Yeah, we're pretty good. And that clown, what's his name? Timothy, the little clown dude looks like what's his name? Lester from GTA 5. He really does, doesn't he?
Oh man, you're a funny dude. Aren't you from like Australia?
Yeah, I'm from Australia, brother.
Right. So like, what time do the games come on over there?
Oh, usually afternoons, I guess.
Okay, afternoon. So what time is it over there right now?
Oh, it's like 4:32 in the morning, but
it's 4:30 in the morning. Okay.
yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're leaving the Lakers though. Lakers are shit.
Yeah. After a while, once my goat is done, I'm gonna be done, man. I can't
Join the
tolerate
Dallas
this anymore.
bandwagon, bro. Join the Dallas wagon.
Yeah, y'all gotta make some room for me. I'm gonna be over there soon.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm gonna wait for Kyrie to get healthy, and then I'm gonna conveniently jump on the bandwagon.
True that.
Yo, give me 1 second, bro. We got GD. Shout to GD with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
He said, imagine being coddled by your team and management turning a blind eye to everything you do, then going on the road and everyone is mocking you. Yeah, Luka is going out sad. What are your thoughts, Nelson, on this current situation with Luka Dookie? What's your thoughts on that?
He's a clown and he should leave the Lakers because he's nothing but a little white snowflake, like I said before. The dude reminds me of who's that guy? There's a guy I was watching on video. He reminds me of him. Like, dude can't even shoot threes. He probably bricks it every time he shoots. Like, come on, man. Let's be real here. Nah.
He said he's a little white snowflake.
Little 5 tin pan looking ass. That's what he is.
Yeah, bro. It's just nasty what's going on, man. So
did you Dookie.
Yeah, I think he quit that game on Saturday, bro. I think he quit.
Yeah, because he's a clown. He should go to Jenny Craig. Lose a couple pounds, mate. Nah, go to Jenny Craig's. For real.
Oh, man. So, listen, me personally, right, I think this is the worst. I think this is the worst situation for him to go to because the Lakers, it's the biggest stage in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's like
trade him to the Wizards. They won't even win a championship.
Yeah, he needs to go to a smaller market where he can be the big star.
Wizards are shit anyway.
Yeah, he needs to go to like a sorry team.
Yeah, sorry ass team, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good talking to you, Reggie.
All right, Nelson. Good call, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, good. See you, boy.
All right, Mike. But yeah, folks, shout out to Nelson. Yeah, he's from Australia, so shout to him. He's jumped on the Mavericks bandwagon. So like I told him, chat, just save some room for me, cause I'll be over there soon. Soon as Kyrie gets back, I'll be over there. That's where I'll be. You guys can have this Laker trash. The Lakers are trash, man. Like, the Lakers are just garbage. Just a garbage franchise, man. No real talent, Like I said, I was watching that Mavericks game yesterday. It was just enjoyable just to watch basketball. Just elite quality basketball from both sides, right? Like, the Nuggets, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, they're doing their thing. They're running their pick and roll. Tim Hardaway Jr., he got hot yesterday. He just started draining threes. Cam Johnson got hurt in the game, but it was just good basketball from both sides. Anthony Davis, he was balling. Cooper Flag was balling. It was just refreshing to watch actual basketball, like just high level basketball being played, and that was it. Nobody was foul baiting. Like I said, the Lakers are just nasty, man. It's just a nasty watch. This foul baiting shit, man, it's just terrible, chat. It's just a terrible product to watch. Seriously. We got Anubis. He says, I like the Spurs. F the Lakers. The only reason I watch is because of LeBron. Yeah, the Spurs are building something good over there too, man. He said, y'all late on jumping to Dallas. I switched as soon as they traded AD. I even said LeBron should have opted out and went to Dallas with Kyrie and AD. I think it could be in play over the summer, bro. I think it could be in play. Now, once again, I don't know if he's going to sign for, a vet minimum or whatever the case is. Maybe they might have to get rid of a couple guys to make some room for LeBron, but I think that's definitely in play for next year, bro. I think I could see that for real. Kyrie, AD, and LeBron. You still got Cooper over there too. Yeah, I could see that for sure. But yeah, LeBron's got to get out of. He's got to get out of here, bro. He's got to get out of here. We got to let Luka and Reaves self-destruct on their own. We can't have any part of this, man. Honestly. He says Luka can't take the pressure. Yeah, I mean, once again, this was the worst situation for him to get traded to. Is the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like, it's the biggest stage in the NBA. And every game is basically a playoff game when you're playing next to LeBron James. So if you don't bring it every night, this ain't Texas where you can take off, a couple games, man. No, we expect greatness every night. Mr. Player Made, bro. What are your thoughts on Reaves, man?
Man, it's not looking good for that dude, man. Like, I watched the game last night.
Yo, Mr. Player Made, can you talk a little bit louder, bro, on the phone?
Okay, you hear me now?
You sound a little low.
Let me turn my mic. Can you hear me now, bro? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro, but you just sound really, really low.
Let me mute my camera.
Are you
Yeah, I got my headphones on. You be my camera real quick.
Just call back, bro. Just call back. Mr. Player Made sound like he's trying to keep the noise down. Yo, Anubis.
Good and cooked from Australia is a different work. It's a different type of pain he's experienced. But
no, that was funny, man. That dude said he's a snowflake. That was hilarious. Hold on, Anubis, give me 1 second. Let me see if Mr. Player Made.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so I saw the game last night, man, and from what I saw, bro, it's not looking good for Austin Reaves. Is like, from what I saw, bro, like, he came into the game and immediately they went after him. They attacked him immediately.
Yep.
They gave the ball.
Yep.
It was the moment he got into the game, they ran an ISO. And it was just one-on-one for like the next 6 plays. I saw him give up 6 points in a row. On my count, I saw Austin Reaves defensively give up 17 points. But yet I missed like the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. So he may have got cooked for like 6 points from in that time period. Who knows? But I saw him on my count. I watched the entire game. I saw him give up 17 points. And that was just ridiculous, bro. And it's no different from Luka. If we watch the next game Luka plays,
Yep.
you'll see you could just count his. You could just count how many points he gives up a night, bro, and it's not even making any sense. I did the same for LeBron. I stopped counting because nobody was even trying to play on LeBron like that. Nobody was singling out LeBron. Nobody was putting him in no ISOs and no actions like that. So I look at Austin Reaves and I'm like, what was the reason for him sitting out this whole week? He looked like he could play. It didn't seem like anything was wrong with him. He didn't seem like he was any slower at all. He just like he was coming off the bench and he was frustrated. So I don't see what they doing with Austin Reaves, bro. They cheddar bobbed him. They gave him the Dennis Schroeder treatment. He gonna be the next food stamps.
He wanted to stat pad his way to a max contract. It ain't working. It ain't working.
Not with me on your ass. I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like I said, I was stunned, Anubis, when he didn't take the $90 million. Like, I was stunned. Like, if that were me, I would have taken it. Cause like, when you lock it in, it's locked in. You can always renegotiate and try to get more later. But to gamble like that and not take it, I thought that was just insane.
It's his dumb agent. The one that got at you cost him $90 million.
Exactly.
That's what you should have told him. You cost Reaves $90 million. How you feel about that?
he should fire him, honestly.
Yep.
He should.
Because he gonna get the Schroeder treatment. I mean, he's white. He may get paid a little more, but he's not. He's not going to get nowhere near no max contract.
I don't see at this point the way he's playing right now in this moment, and then we still have the playoffs to come. Because remember, like, he always like plays decent in the regular season, and then he gets exposed in the playoffs. He's getting exposed this year in the regular season.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
like
cycle pull up.
So to me, it's like, bro, I don't see him getting anything more than what he turned down, bro. I would be stunned if he got more than $90 million. That would be stunning to me. I think at this point, like, he's down to like, he's got to be down to like 80. and as the days go on, like, it's like you can just drop $1 million after every bad game. Like, by the time the season ends and then the playoffs start, he might be down to a veteran minimum deal, man. Real talk. 1 year, $2 million. Nah, I don't think they'll do him like that. But it's bad though. It's bad.
Dallas may be the move, like you said. One more run with your former teammates. You got Jason Kidd. You basically got everybody from the 2020 Lakers coaching staff over there on Dallas. So
Yep,
I could see that being a reason he could go over there and just win one more and just retire. Because if LeBron joined that Dallas team, it's a wrap, bro. They're going to win. Ain't nobody beating them. The Lakers fans can go back to losing like they want, like they like. And then Luka going to leave, and y'all going to be stuck with Reaves and Maxi Kleber.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I watched that Denver game last night. They're not beating Denver in the playoffs, bro.
No, they're not.
All Jamal Murray gonna do, him and Nicole, they just gonna spam that pick and roll all day long, bro. They're not gonna be able to stop it. Nikola Jokic, he gonna hit you with the floater or pass it to a 3-point shooter. They got Cam Johnson, they got Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, they just gonna kill you from three. You're not beating them.
The Lakers are getting killed off basic backdoor cuts. Like, y'all can't stop that. They keep spamming that, and y'all not even catching it. No adjustments, like you said, bro. He's a white Darvin Ham. That's who JJ Redick is. I hope people see this.
JJ has no clue. He doesn't know how to adjust. I saw somebody on Twitter say it last night. I was like, that's very true. He doesn't know how to adjust. Like, nope. if you actually watched him last night, he's just standing there on the sideline. He's just standing there. Like, normally you'll see a coach, like, they're telling the players, like, to do things. JJ just standing there watching you. He don't know what he's doing. Yep. I'm telling y'all, he has no clue, bro. And it's easy to coach when you have, like, players like LeBron, AD, and Luka, because they're offense by themselves. So it's easy to coach when you have those guys. But what happens when one of those guys is out? Like last night, and now you actually have to coach because LeBron can't play the whole game. So now you don't have your offense in Luka, you don't have your offense in LeBron. So now you have to actually coach these young players, and you can clearly see, bro, he doesn't know what he's doing. He can't coach.
You know what? JJ already lost the locker room when he started cussing out Dalton Connect and Jackson Hayes. Yeah. But you don't want to say nothing to Luka and Reaves. You think they're gonna respect what you got to say? And they getting cooked the whole time, but you don't want to say nothing to them? Nah, bro, go somewhere. You lost the locker room, and the fact that he called in LeBron and said you need to work on your defense at 41. Come on, bro, he's a joke. That is a big slap in his face. Like, come on, man. You didn't say nothing to Reaves. Why didn't you call Reaves in? It should have been Reaves and Luka, and I would have rolled the tape and said, what are y'all doing?
We got Top Fly High. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Reg? What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
Yeah. Hey, that was bad last night, man. Just terrible. But what you touched on, Reg, and you said how, when you watch other games where there's no foul baiting and you just got folks just playing ball, the first thing you think about is just style of play with the Lakers and what they do and how it's just bad basketball. You know, and I would encourage all the folks that's in the chat that's not hitting that like button just to watch another game where there's no foul baiting. It's just like this, and maybe they can see what we're talking about these two players. It just seems like we hating, but man, I just don't see it. But Reg, what I touched on about watching, that's what I did. Every time we came down when Austin was on the bench, I kind of looked over to the bench just to see. Yeah, it's just how so everybody, you know how when he was on the sideline and when he was hurt, he was all up talking to the referees. He was sitting back on the bench with that white stupid ass headband on, just looking. And he wasn't even cheering because he was, he just knows his days are numbered, man. Because the Lakers just can't win like this. You know, they can't win like this, and it's just sad that we got to go through this. And like I say, we've been talking the same thing about six man just to give him some credit for maybe what, like 3 years, 3 seasons, and now it comes to this. Now it comes to the point of where where people are actually noticing it. And like I say, that's 3 years that LeBron wasted.
Yep. I hate
And
that part.
another thing I noticed last night is that Mark Williams is hooping.
Right.
And I don't see the reason why they didn't continue out that trade for him, because Dalton Connect ain't giving us nothing right now.
You mean
So
DeAndre Ayton?
looking,
you
back
okay?
at
I see what you're saying. Yeah, the trade, for Dalton Connect. You're right.
because looking back at that trade now, bro, like what was the reason why they was talking about? They was Rob Pelinka was trying to say that Mark Williams was injury prone, his knee was degenerative. They were trying to put him on some Kawhi stuff. But now I'm looking at him, my dog. He out there hooping, and we got nothing. So I'm tripping on why he didn't even make the trade. So because in a couple months from now, if nothing happens about with the Lakers making the trade about anybody, because it's getting kind of difficult to make a trade for Aston Reaves and Luka now with them not playing no defense. It's getting difficult. So when Trevor Lane get up there and start talking about Laker tax this and it takes two to play tango and all that old narrative that they love to spin at the trade deadline when Rob don't make no moves, what was the problem with Mark Williams? Mark Williams would be something that would have worked. It would have worked with AD. You know what I'm saying? Mark Williams and AD would have did some numbers out there together. So what is all this BS that they be giving us?
Mark Williams is better than DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
I would rather have Mark Williams than DeAndre Ayton. And DeAndre's been playing. He's been playing well this season. But when he goes up against like a center that can bang with him, he always gets outplayed damn near.
Right. Yeah, he's more athletic.
Yep.
Yeah, he's more athletic than DeAndre, because it's like you just watch his movement and it's like, yeah, I see what they saw, and I'm like Mr. Player Made. It's like, why didn't they just let that trade go through? And then they've taken Dalton Connect. They've taken this hard.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with the coaching staff and what they expect for him to do. And he's out there, instead of him getting out there and doing what he's accustomed to doing, is shooting the basketball. They have him out there thinking. And if you know basketball, basketball is a game of reaction. You can't be thinking. You just got to react. And his reaction is just crazy.
Let me say this. Last night, DeAndre Ayton had 12. He was 6 for 8. Mark Williams, he had 18 on 7 of 8 from the field. Go ahead, Anubis.
Well, with the dog connect thing, that's JJ Redick cussing him out.
Right.
Putting him on the spot and not calling nobody else out. And as a player, that's gonna mess with you. Now every time you're like, man, I don't want to make a mistake because I don't want my coach cussing me out over every little thing that I do.
Yeah, he looked lost out there. When he's out there, I'm just asking, why is he even out there? But it's just like he's shell shocked at this point.
And you notice on defense, nobody knows their assignments. Nobody's communicating. Everybody's lost. That's coaching,
bro. That's on offense and defense, bro. Like I said, JJ Redick, he when LeBron, because once again, we know what the system is with LeBron. LeBron needs driving lanes to attack, and then if they send help, he needs shooters on the floor. He gonna kick it to a shooter. That's the offense. With LeBron, and it's kind of similar with Luka. Same thing, kind of, right? when you don't have one of those guys in the game, like last night, what are we running?
Yeah.
Well, like, what do you think you can just spam pick and roll with Reaves, and that's gonna be your offense? Like, you don't have an offense without LeBron and Luka on the floor.
Right, and then another thing too is with them playing the Phoenix consecutive times like they played them, it's almost like a playoff field because we played them so many times. Not only in the regular season, but we played them in the playoffs as well. So Phoenix kind of know what we're going to do. I mean, you see all those backdoor cuts and everything. You can see that they've been coached up. Where on the other hand, when you look at the Lakers, it's just like they just get out there and they still just trying to they can't defend, and they still, like you say, they still trying to do that same lame pick and roll. And Phoenix are aware of what they're doing. But that was just an awful outing last night, not only for the players on the court, but just the coaching staff. And like I say, if I, like I say with JJ, I give the little nigga a chance, but he's blowing it big time. Yeah, he's
Because
blowing it
you
big
know what?
time.
Reason why you see that top flight, because Phoenix has a solid built team. They have players in position to play defense and offense. They don't have
Right.
too many players out here not playing offense at all. The only player that pretty much probably has a defensive lacking is probably going to be Devin Booker. Everybody else on that team brings a defensive intensity to the court every single night. Dylan Brooks raises the roof on your defense intensity with all the players around you because of the way he acts. So you add a guy like that around a guy like Devin Booker, who, even I'm not gonna lie, Devin Booker, I'm not gonna Devin Booker can play defense. I watched him play defense in the Olympics. He was pretty solid. So Devin Booker can defend. He may not be the best defender, but I would say over Luka, he's more of an average defender versus Luka being more of a below average defender. You could say that.
But Mr. Player Made, that's really what all you can ask for. You know what I'm saying? Like from a guy that's gonna, average 25. Like I wouldn't expect most players to average 25 and be elite on the defensive side of the floor. That's kind of like asking a lot. Like only the greats of the great can really do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Most players, they're going to be like good on offense, really good on offense, and then they'll just be like an average defender. But all you can really ask for is just like for effort, really. Just be an active defender and give effort. Luka doesn't even try. They like to make the comparison with Steph, but it's like, no, Steph actually, like, he's not a great defender, but he at least tries to defend.
Right, they just play harder. If you look at Phoenix, it's like the team. Who on our team that you can really say that really plays hard? I mean, just have the thought or just that gorilla in them, just to get out there and play.
I would say Smart. I would say Smart,
Vando.
Yeah,
and then of course LeBron.
Yeah,
but LeBron, LeBron is who he is. But when you look at the players, it's just like when how just when you're ready to play and you've been waiting all day to get out here, just like that San Antonio game where you know that you can play and it's 500,000 that you're running behind. And it's like that should put some motivation in you. But to me, and it's like the Lakers just go through the motions, and it's like they don't have like Brooks. Dylan Brooks is out there. He out there trying to bully LeBron, and you don't really see nobody. I mean, other than Vando and like you say, maybe Smart, but the other players like Reaves ain't trying to do that. Luka not trying. The leaders aren't trying to do that. But that's what 444 said the last time when he was on. I remember saying that they don't have no leaders. You take LeBron away, see, leadership is everything. And most of the time, I think Anubis said he played point guard. When it comes from that point guard position, that's the one out there. That's why Chris Paul is so feisty, because he's trying to move. It's like I say, and I don't know what went on between Chris Paul and Van Gundy, but it's like what he's saying is probably wasn't wrong.
Nah, he wasn't wrong at all.
Yeah, because that point guard position, that's who you want. Magic was a leader like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, people want to kill MJ and try to down him, but MJ had that fire under his feet. Most of your superstars, I heard somebody compare, was talking about Charles Barkley. I think that was that Kwame last time that was on talking about Charles Barkley was a bully on the court. Karl Malone was a dog. And then he said John Stockton. John Stockton is the all-time assist leader. It's like, how can you compare Luka to any of those guys? It's just crazy. I just be trying to figure out what they be watching, man. But the Lakers just they don't get out there and leave it all on the court. That's what I tell that's my last thing that I say to my players when I'm because I'm doing the little the youth thing now. It's just leave it out on the court. Don't walk away from the court feeling like that. Because even if you fight and you lose, and you gave your best, you're not gonna feel as bad as as if you don't. If you go out there and you don't give your best. But the Lakers just don't have that, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, I agree with you, and everything you're saying is correct because outside of Smart, Vando, and LeBron, I'm thinking of everybody else: Kleber, Dalton Connect, Reaves, Luka. It's like we don't have like that.
Rui don't have that dog either.
Yeah, Rui don't have. It's like they're just nonchalant, offensive leaning players that just want to really score. It's like they don't want to impact the game in other ways.
Right.
That's my problem with it. It's like with Reaves or with these other guys. It's like, okay, if your shot isn't going, right? Maybe you can like get rebounds or you can, lock up your man, play better defense, whatever the case is. It's like if their shot's not going, they're just useless to us.
Right.
And that's a problem for me because to me, I don't like playing with just me thinking back to when I used to play. I don't like even playing with players like that. Like if they're not scoring, they're not really gonna be doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have more. There should be layers to your game to where even if your shot is not falling, you're still making winning plays. You know what I mean? So
you notice when with all those see, this is my thing. When you out there and you giving up, this is the NBA. You giving up easy baskets. They were getting easy basket. I mean, you didn't see no body language from the Lakers like they were upset. It's like they're fine with it. Reeves gets scored on. He just grab the ball and come down to the other with that bullshit and behind your back dribble. It don't mess with them, man.
But that's because the NBA it's become a league to where like they've completely devalued defense and playing hard and stuff like that. So the guys now they don't care about it. All they care about is like getting their numbers because they know that's what's going to get them paid. Like being a good defensive player, like we seeing it in real time. Reaves, Luka, they do not care about, like you said, it doesn't bother them.
Right.
When they get beat, it doesn't bother them. They don't get mad. They don't get frustrated.
Right.
They don't care because
really
that's not how they gonna
defense.
get. That's not how they gonna get their money.
Right. You barely see them talking on defense. You got on the defense. I'm out there talking. You know what I mean? But outside of bringing that energy like Vando brings, or that energy like what's the other the backup center? I can't call his name. What's
Jackson
Hayes? Jackson Hayes. That energy that they bring to the court.
Yeah.
It's like but without them, and they both on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson's another one too. I would put Jackson in that mix too. Jackson plays. Hard,
but
semi-hard, yeah.
Hard, but it's just, they just, I don't know. I don't know. Then JJ over there, you know what I'm saying, fake ass Pat Riley knuckle. He out there just,
he just looking, he just watching.
I don't know what to say.
He's just watching.
Yeah,
I watched Orlando. I watched them the last couple of games, right? So they played Golden State, and then they lost to Golden State, and then they played Portland last night. They had a back-to-back. So I watched both of their games yesterday. Like I said, Top 5, I don't know if you caught any Orlando games.
I like but I like Dallas, and I like the way San Antonio play.
Yeah. I was watching.
And also OKC speak for itself, you know what I mean? But even with Denver, you know what I'm saying? It's just they play basketball. But I'm saying this, what we're saying, what takes away from it is this foul baiting and free throw shooting. It messes up the rhythm of the game.
But they have to do that because they can't hoop. And this is what I'm saying. Like, they're not real hoopers.
Right. But
real hoopers, if you have to foul, if foul baiting is your strategy for scoring points, you're not that good at the game itself.
Right.
And then when you say it, it's like, oh, you're just hating on Luka. You're just hating on the white boys. Bro, watch other players. Like I said, I watched that Nuggets Mavericks game yesterday. Watch Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. They're not foul baiting.
Right. I don't, Reggie. This big three thing, it bothers me every time somebody say that. It's like, why y'all keep saying big three? Now you really want to tell me when you watched Austin Reaves last night, if the season was to end right, I mean, if the All-Star game was about to start next week, you really believe that he's supposed to be with the best of the best?
Absolutely not. That would be a travesty. I wouldn't watch it, honestly, if he made it. I wouldn't watch it.
I just don't get. I would watch it just to see what he does when he out there with the best of the best, and just to see where he fits in. You know, because it's hilarious to be Laker fans, especially like Laker Nation, to be to have a platform like that where you really representing the franchise like that, to not be really talking about strategy as to how to win. Fuck the numbers. How do we win? And with him, and Luka, it's just hard. But Reg, you said the question about Luka. You didn't know that Luka was that bad. I was never a fan of the way that he plays. You know, for a player to get so many fouls called, it amazes me on how many foul, you know, how he is always complaining about fouls.
But see,
the ones that he don't get.
My thing, no top for high with Luka is I remember the bubble thing when he was in the bubble and they went 7 against the Clippers. Luka was in way better shape. He was quicker. He was just a completely different player. The player that he is now, this is not who I was watching 5 years ago. He has clearly regressed. And I think the problem is we have these Laker content creators trying to cover up for that and make excuses for him instead of us just having a real conversation about Luka. He has regressed as a player.
Right. Well,
and I think that's the primary reason why Nico got rid of him.
Right.
And now we're having to deal with it now that he's on our team. He's just not he's not as good as he used to be. And even then, he like you said, you weren't even the biggest fan of him. The only times I will watch Luka prior to 9 months ago when he got traded here is when we played the Mavericks.
Right.
That would really be the only time I would watch him. He's not a player that I was just like a super fan of. I just got to watch him play. No, I would only watch him when we played him. And in those games, I was like, okay, yeah, he's cool. But like, I was never like a big fan of his. He was just okay, you know.
Right.
But yeah, now that he's on my team I'm here watching him every game. And like I said, top high, when you're playing on a team with LeBron, this is why I hold LeBron, this is why LeBron is he's the GOAT to me. Because every game this man plays, you're getting the other team's best shot.
Right.
It's like being at the top of the food chain in the jungle. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're the apex predator.
Right. Right.
Everybody's gunning for that. Everybody's gunning for the top spot. So for you to be able to fend off, you know, everybody for so long, I got to give him his credit for that.
And that's why it's so hard to play alongside him.
Right.
Because you got to bring that, because the people, like you say, the Lakers coming to town, or you going to LA to play. It's like that's like, you know, players dream about playing, and they dream about playing in LA, and they dream about playing in New York. Yep. You know, and that's the whole thing that's the bottom line. And Boston too, because Boston, you know, they up there with what we're talking about. But it's like a lot of players don't realize that. But see, that's the thing where you always got to have your A game every time you step on the court, and it's not there. Like I say, LeBron is still trying to get his legs up under him, so it's just hard. You know, he needs some people to carry. You know, he needs Luka to play better. He needs Austin if this is a big three, like they keep saying. But it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit, and it's just bad. It's just terrible. I just like I said, LeBron probably is not going to go nowhere. He probably signed another contract, with the Lakers next year. I doubt if he go anywhere. But at the same time, they got to do something because this team is just terrible, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, and like I said, people are like, "Oh, but they were playing well before LeBron came back." I'm like, bro, when LeBron is not here, other teams are not giving you their best shot. They're not throwing their best punch. Now that LeBron is back, you're getting everybody's best punch now. You're getting, and then we had the play-in tournament too, which upped the intensity of some of these games. So now we're approaching Christmas. I've heard people say that in the past, like the NBA season don't start till Christmas. A lot of people say like it don't really get real until after the All-Star break. So people are just now getting their legs up under them. They're just now getting their rhythm, their flow. So now going into the new year, yeah, bro, it's not gonna be easy, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Top High. The Lakers are 4th seed right now. They got the Rockets on Christmas. Listen. I could easily see this team slipping, man.
I believe they are going to slip.
Yeah.
But even when you talk about the games in the beginning to me, in the beginning before LeBron came back, only the difference was the free throws. That's just me. I'm not going to really say that I was really, on the bandwagon of thinking that the Lakers was built like that, but because we were shooting too many free throws.
And you notice, have you noticed they're cracking down?
They're cracking down on it.
They're cracking down.
We said that at the beginning of the season that if the Lakers are going to depend on the free throws thing, that team going to be soft because the Lakers, the referees can't keep giving the Lakers all these free throws. Then you got to give LeBron a few and the other players. Man, the Lakers not going to be shooting no 20 to 30 free throws every night.
And then
that's just crazy.
And then not only that, you have the fans chanting it out, and then you have the opposing team. Even they're noticing it. So when they go on the other side of the floor, they're like, "Hey, you gave him that call. On the other end, you got to give me the same call."
Right.
So it's like the refs are being held accountable now, and people the cat is out the bag.
Right, and now we're watching them. Go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say now they're watching Luka and they're watching Reaves at the amount of three pointers that they're shooting. Not it ain't the point of the amount, but it's just like how many are they making? You shooting 3 for 16 and 3 for 20 from 3-point land during the course of the game, and you win the game by a bucket. But at the same time, it's like, how is he shooting all these shots like that? Did you see Austin still jacking up shots like that? I'm like I say, if you're not, then I used to tell my son when he was playing in high school, it's just like, look, if you shoot 2 threes and you miss 2. Take the ball to the hole. But will they do that? They'll just continue to shoot those threes, and you look up, you 1 for 9. Same thing with Marcus Smart. The same thing. He had a few last night, but there's nowhere in the world that you're going to go through a game when you're 0 for 9 from 3. That don't even make sense. But that go on coaching. I don't know what JJ, but I said that earlier, though, when JJ was saying that when he first came in, it's like, oh, we're going to put up 53s a night. It's just like, how many 3-pointers can you shoot in one game? Act like 2 points don't count.
Because that's what he would do. That was his role. He was a 3-point shooter. It's just like, no, man. Like like I said, it sounds good in theory and practice when nobody's guarding you, but when you got 6'9" Julius Randle running out, closing out at you, 6'11" Naz Reid, bro, it's a completely different ball game.
Right.
It's different when you're in practice.
They need to take SGA out that bucket because watching SGA play, man, SGA gets buckets. SGA plays. He plays like an MVP to me. Just watching him and how he just, he makes shots.
Yeah.
He ain't just out there just jacking up shots like Luka and Reaves are. because it's like, you know, he getting buckets, man. And to think that we're actually looking at Luka as being MVP at some point, or Austin Reaves being an all-star. I mean, come on, that shit is funny, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nasty work, man.
Yeah,
Nasty work.
yeah. But I'm gonna let you go, man. Hey, happy holidays. I don't think I said that to you, man. I'm about to see you going to any New Year's Eve party tonight or anything.
I might go out of town for New Year's, so I don't know. Yeah, I might go out of town.
Yeah,
Might go to Florida.
I'm trying to see. What I'm gonna do. Whether I'm gonna get out, watch the ball. I might just get me a bottle or something and just watch it from home.
Yeah.
But Merry Christmas to you, man. And like I say,
Merry Christmas,
you gonna go
top
live
5.
tomorrow after the game?
Yeah, I'll go live. Yeah, I'm gonna go live after the game.
Well,
Yep.
I'll get up with you then, my brother.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Happy holidays, man.
All right. Happy holidays. Enjoy the rest of the day, man.
All right, bro. Peace. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Shout out to Top Fly High. Shout out to Anubis. Shout out to Mr. Player Made, folks. It's just nasty what's going on, man, in Laker land, man. And like I said, these dudes don't want to talk about it, man. I don't know why, man. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to keep trying to promote this trash, man. And yeah, folks, it's just not a good situation, man. When you look at some of these other teams that just play basketball, and then we got to turn on a Laker game and watch Luka and Reaves at the free throw line all goddamn night. It's just pathetic, folks. So that's really all I got, man, on this one. Like I said, Austin Reaves, man, he's costing himself millions of dollars, man. He's costing himself millions of dollars over the last 3 games, folks. As you guys can see by the thumbnail, man, he's just playing like absolute garbage. So I don't know what's happened to him. Obviously, you know, I think the lives that we've been doing have played a part. I think Rich Paul and Max Kellerman saying what they said played a part. And yeah, it is what it is, folks. But that's really all I got, man, on this one. Y'all do me a favor, folks, and drop a like on the video. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to Vic, man. Appreciate you, man. Happy holidays to everybody. And yeah, I will see you guys a little bit later, man. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.
Because he liked to make my soundbite part of his show. I never seen nothing like this, where somebody that's a different blogger on a different stream takes your soundbite and DJs your shit. Like, he's like a fucking DJ.
What's up, nephew? Man, why you let that old tootsie little punk boy get to you like that, man? Look, let me just get straight to the point, because you like me, and I'm ain't it was no hidden secret. I done did it on my stream too. The boy is a punk, man. He's an arrogant little sissy. He's a two-way player, bro. The boy is gay. Seriously, he's that little fuck boy.